Thank you. So good morning, everyone. Well, good morning here. It's 8:09 a.m. where I am in Toronto. And I'm just going to share my screen here. And so we're here to talk to you today, myself and my colleague, Christine Jackson, about a journal we started a few years back called Provocations. Now, CODE's mandate is not only drama and theater in education, but also drama and dance in education. So we work in tandem together. And I just wanted to, before I introduce Christine to talk about our mission statement and objectives, I wanted to give a little story about how this came to be, because both of us had similar ideas, and we met and discussed after our Code 50th anniversary, which unfortunately was all online because of COVID in 2020. And both had ideas for a journal that met the practical needs of drama and dance educators. And so we set up about, at that point in time, gathering in like-minded individuals to work on that on this with us. And Provocations was what came out of that. So the name Provocations that was floated was to talk about, what we could do to provoke, to make change, to question, and to challenge ourselves in our own practice. And so I'm going to pass things over to Christine to talk about our mission statement and objectives. You there? You there, Christine?
Sorry, I was muted still. Good morning, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here with you and to talk about Provocations, drama and dance in education a little bit. Here in Ontario, as Matthew alluded to, we see drama and dance very much as sister subjects. And, as we do so well in drama, really beginning to de-silo the arts and to open up opportunities for multiple modalities, multiple perspectives, multiple ways of being in a space together to make and share meaning is largely what Provocations is about. And as Matthew stated, I brought this to Code as a proposal because many, many years ago, Code, the Council of Drama and Dance in Education, had a hard copy journal. And over time, that initiative lost its volunteer group. And I really missed it. I really missed having voices from across the province and beyond sharing about their practice. And also, I was at the time in a PhD program and feeling somewhat disillusioned, feeling a little bit placed in a box around the project that I wanted to do. And so for me, on a personal level, Provocations became a project of collaborating with others to bring voices to the fore of teachers, teacher researchers, arts educators, and students, telling their teaching and learning stories in multiple different ways. So you can see here, as Matthew alluded to, that our mandate really is to celebrate, problematize, and inquire into drama and dance in diverse classrooms through work that is done primarily with classroom teachers, but also with artist educators who come into the classrooms to partner alongside teachers. We see our audience as being primarily teachers from kindergarten, the earliest grade level here in Ontario, to graduation and beyond. We also are discovering that this journal is of interest to artists and artist educators also. So here's our pithy little mission statement: to cultivate community, provoke pedagogical inquiry, and disrupt educational complacency through drama and dance. So there is very much a sort of political activist voice, which keeps coming to the fore in our journal, because when we are working with students and for students and with an intent, big intent, ultimately to change the world and disrupt systemic barriers and dismantle oppression, big goals. We do feel that sharing our stories is a political activist way to go about that. So you can see that what guides us is we believe our stories in drama and dance really matter and are not often given a platform. We are not often heard. Many of us here in Ontario find ourselves as drama educators or dance educators isolated as one person in a school. So part of our mandate is to try to build a network and a sense of community online, if not face-to-face. We're very big on multiple processes. So we want to invite our peers to wonder, theorize, challenge, explore, provoke, create, and both think and feel. So you will discover, as Matthew shares a couple of examples with you, that some of our articles and contributions to the journal are quite scholarly and academic and really reflect the best research currently in the field, and others are very poetic, artistic, and others again are student work that are student reflections and student work. We believe that we need to take action within the colonized structure of our school system to actually begin to decolonize our teaching and to decolonize the learning experience for our students. And as I've already mentioned, we're primarily a practice-based research community, really sort of anchoring our research and our stories and our reflections and our art expressions in our practice in our schools. And that can be kindergarten to grade 12, the highest level of public schooling, or it can be at the university level where I, for instance, teach teacher candidates. Yes, and working always towards developing our practice to become the best innovative practice it can be. So we want to provoke and nudge one another out of territories that feel safe into territories of new learning. So that's sort of our mission. We've had 3 issues so far. Volume 1, our very first inaugural edition, we called it Words, 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 with a nod to Shakespeare to align within Hamlet. And in this edition, we really just wanted to open up avenues for talking and for being heard, again, with a real focus on personal stories. And Matthew will guide you through the 4 different sections in just a second. Our second edition of Provocations was called Holding Space and Bearing Witness Through Drama and Dance. And here our focus was really sat with the question of how do we do that? We know that our drama spaces are unique spaces for learning, that we come together in community, that we often bring our most vulnerable selves and our most empowered selves into that space. So we were inviting contributors to describe how they structured a space for this unique kind of sharing that happens, and how we structure a safe enough space for our students to tell their stories and to bear witness to one another's stories and experiences. And currently, we are just in the late stages of editing and revising for our 3rd volume, which we've called Art of Disruption. And here we're really gathering stories of how teachers are inviting students into challenging themes and issues, really looking at some of the contemporary systemic challenges that we are living with in the world today. And I think a key sentence there is that we wanted to address this sense of growing urgency related to questions of access, representation, and voice in our disciplines as well. So as we expand the territory of drama and dance, and we center we become less white-centered and center the voices of BIPOC playwrights, artists, directors, dance companies. How do we do that in a way that is appreciative but never appropriates voice, and always handled with immense respect? And finally, just, what do we mean by disruption? What needs to be disrupted at this moment in our lives together? And so some beautiful stories are coming forward of how teachers are enacting this in their classrooms. So I'm going to turn it over to Matthew.
Thank you, Christine. So just on a practical note, I'm going to go through volume 1 and just show you like what 4 sections we have in all our volumes in Provocations. So we decided to break things up into 4 different sections. And if you click on this handy little picture here, it'll take you to our soliloquy, which is the soliloquy is the editorial for each volume. So in there, you'll just hear the voice of the editor, which in the first 2 volumes, and third is Christine Jackson. I know we've talked about bringing in guest editors in the future, so that might change and morph as the publication continues online. But just in there, we have reflections on the content and the context of the volume itself. And then, so moving on, our folio section is purely articles and stories from practitioners. So you'll notice we have Making and Using Maps in Drama by former IDEA president, Patrice Baldwin. This here, Intergenerational Cultural Cooking as Pedagogical Praxis by Wallace Caldoza and Sherry A. Daniel was really, is all through picture and story and deals a lot with food. So if you're really, really hungry, that is not the one to look at that moment, because you'll be much hungrier and need to eat right when you're done looking at it. And one I want to focus on a little bit in a second. Now, so Christine talked about academic articles, but we also have a lot of things questioning just the use of like philosophical questions. And I wanted to highlight an article by Sharon Davidson, Why Is It So Hard to Talk About the N-Word, which was a reaction. Sharon is on our editorial board and was a member of the code management board in the past. And this article really is a personal account of a theatrical experience coming from a personal place into the public space, and a really good read in discussing use of language on stage and its effects on its audience. And there's a lot more voice through here. And I'm going to move on to the next section, which is the Q to Q. And the Q to Q is where we invite reviews of drama resources, scripts, dance resources. So we have our first ever drama review here by Kim Snyder. And below that, you'll see a review of a few key dance resources by Joanna Perlis, who is at this time the dance liaison for the Council of Ontario Drama and Dance Educators. And so in that section, it's really just pulling apart. It's a very practical what applicability of these resources and their effect in the classroom. So as you can see, look, there's a balancing of the philosophical and the questioning with the practical applications. One that's really cool to me is our touchstone section, which is teacher and student voice and artist voice. And I'm going to do so we have one here, a play actually, You're a Mean One, Mrs. Finch, by one of our editorial board members, Brendan Allen. So that's, again, very practical application. It's the actual text itself, But I'm going to be very self-serving here and go to one by a student of mine called Gavin's Purpose. And the reason why I want to share this with you, and I'm not going to share the whole video, it's there for you to look at, is that it came about in the time of COVID-19 during the pandemic when we were teaching online and really had to rethink how we were doing the business of creating and storytelling. And so we did an online children's book. And my student, Alice Graham, really took it an extra mile with the use of space and object and story and character, and created a really moving piece about a rock named Gavin, who's right here. And it was a really effective use of the medium and technology in storytelling and how we can effectively translate that to a virtual setting. So you'll notice that same thing in volume 2. We also have everything broken down into the same sections. So soliloquy, folio, cue to cue, and touchstone. And so if you're thinking about, what we really like to see out of this presentation is an actual practical meeting of people who are looking to have their work reach a different audience online. Our submission guidelines for each section, you can find those right on the website, and it'll give you a breakdown of what we're looking for basically in each section. But what I want to highlight is that where it says how many words or how many images, etc. We've accepted things in multiple mediums. So video, audio, pictures, text. So being an online journal, we're able to accommodate those mediums quite successfully. So I am going to go to one as an example and show you how every single medium came together. 1 second. Let me just get to it here. I'm not going to go to that one because that's another shameless plug for me. Oh, my bad. It's not under this section. Christine, where's the tech? The tech one's under. Is that under from volume 2? Oh, you're muted for a second. It's under folio, right? I think it's under folio. Yeah, technical theater. So this one, the reason why I wanted to highlight this one very quickly is that it comes. It's a highlight on the utilization and applicability of technical theater. And while it's really applicable, it's also extremely deep and gets into the pedagogy and usefulness of the exposure to technical theater later in life. And when you get down here, you have accounts from each person in a variety of different mediums. So we go from text to audio to visuals and multiple stories, all connecting to this one very broad overarching theme of technical theater from students and from people who are working in the industry in multiple different capacities. So again, if you're looking at those submission guidelines, they're really just what we're looking for. But if you find like a more creative way to explore your story, explore the article you want to create or the review, we have accepted all sorts of unique and different ways to express those. Christine, I know I was going to highlight 2 resources, but I figured I would do that while I was going through the 4 sections. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and see if there's any questions. Anyway, oh, yes, Christine, you want to highlight one more thing?
Matthew, could you just go to the home page again?
Oh, yeah, of course.
And I would just like to invite everybody to browse and take a look at the journal, but also if you would take a moment to subscribe, we would very much appreciate it, as we're just really growing our readership still at this point. And we so hope that you might consider sharing a story with us and submitting to our next volume. It comes out annually, just once a year. So we're collecting stories beginning again in May, and our announcement of our next focus theme to come soon in May. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, it'll come after we publish volume 3. One thing at a time.
Yeah, usually is announced in the soliloquy, so you can look for it as an announcement in the volume 3.
And there's a handy dandy little subscribe button right here.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much, dear Christina and Matthew. It was really nice to see your journal. And for sure, Christina, I'm going to be one of the subscriber actually after the after the presentations. And it's really nice, as you said, the dance is somehow a little bit far from drama and theater, but it's really nice to see that you combine them together. And as Christine said, drama teachers and theater teachers, they feel isolated in the schools. I guess all drama teachers have the same destiny in different parts of the world. So hopefully we will all change it in our world. Yes, Betty.
Can you write the access, how we can have access to your journal, your site, your link?
I guess
in chat.
Christine
I
already.
put the link
good.
in the chat, and
you.
you just subscribe and access it by going to the website. There's no fee for this journal.
It's free.
It's free.
Free.
Good to hear. Thank you very much for also sharing the link, Christine and Matthew. And Matthew, I can see that you are really busy. Feel free whenever you want. You can go for your congress or what you are doing. I'm not sure.
It's an annual management board meeting. We gather all our Council of Ontario Drama Dance educators together, and we have a meeting starting very soon, and then workshops and discussion groups.
So good.
Yeah. Thank you, Zeki.
Good. Thank you very much.
What can I ask something? What is the initials of CODE? What does it mean? COD code, isn't it?
Oh, code. Council of Ontario Drama and Dance Educators. I'll put it in the chat here. Used to be just the Council of Drama Educators, Council of Ontario Drama Educators, but then in the 1990s, dance became part of code, and so we are now. Yeah.
Is it an association?
Yes.
Is it? Yes.
Yes. And it's a good one as far as I know.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Matthew and Christine again. As I said before, it's going to be a family gathering, so the floor is yours. If there is in a hurry, if somebody is in a hurry, please let us know and you can go the next stick. Would you like to go next or?
Okay, I could. I just want to say first that my thing consists of two journals or references to two journals, and it all happened a little bit spontaneous because I had expected that other people had taken an initiative, and then suddenly I discovered that nobody had put in any suggestions. So I quickly turned around and did what I want to share with you now. And if the hang on, share screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see.
Yes, okay. So first is actually a journal that's not Norwegian. I'm based in Bergen in Norway, and the time right now is 2:30 p.m. But this journal, maybe John Sanders will say a bit more about later, because he asked if we talk about the Australian journals. And this one is an international, a very well-known international research journal called Applied Theatre Research. Originally, it was started by good colleagues at Griffith University in Brisbane. Now it has become a big international journal. And the reason why I wanted to tap into that particular issue, which is volume 10, number 2, in paper version 2022, online in 2023, is that we in Bergen have had a long-standing cooperation with Shanghai Theatre Academy in Shanghai, and this particular issue, and I will open up. I will click here and see. Is an issue that I think would be of interest to all of you, and particularly on the background of the World Congress coming up in Beijing this summer. So what we have accomplished is that this journal gave us quite a few pages to make a special issue on issues, projects, ideas, articles between STA, Shanghai Theatre Academy, and Western Norway, Western Norway University of Applied Sciences in Bergen. And the articles you can see here, first there is an editorial, then there is one on educational drama, traditional Chinese culture and current government policies. Then there is one called What Can the Translation of Key Terms Reveal About Understandings of Drama Education in China? Another, Conceptions of Drama and Theatre. Another, Educational Drama in Norway, from Cultural Expression to Curriculum Element. One practical based article, from short story to process drama. So they combined, Chinese and Norwegian classroom approach. Something about kindergarten, drama education in Chinese kindergartens, and a very exciting interview. If anyone really wants to get an impression of political, historical, artistic drama education developments in China, I would recommend you to read this interview that we did with a big name, a pioneer in Shanghai, Mrs. Li Yingning. And I'm not going more in detail into this. You probably noticed that my own name is in several of these entries. But the nice thing, in my opinion, is that here we have a full collection of articles written by colleagues in Bergen, Norway, and Shanghai, at the Shanghai Theatre Academy. So if I can manage to get back to my screen. Yeah, this just to show you to the left, the picture to the left there is from the campus in Shanghai. And to the right is our only campus in Bergen. The new building, big building in the middle there. From here, I will move on to hang on, here. Um, the Norwegian journal is called Nordic Dramapedagogical Journal. This is a journal that has a really long history, 60 years, and it's Nordic in the sense if you can see to the left there, you see the editorial council. So you'll see people from Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Iceland, Finland. When you say Scandinavia, we usually think of Norway, Denmark, and Sweden, and those three languages we can understand and read between and even speak between ourselves. But if you talk Nordic, you have to add Finland and Iceland, and their languages are a bit more different from the Scandinavian ones. But just to give you a little bit of a historical background, this journal goes back to 1963. At that time, it was called Theater in School. You can probably understand the language, even if just from the title. Then, as developments within the field happened, from 1970, it changed its name to Drama, just Drama. And then, just a year later, or year and a half later, in the first number in 72, it became the journal that we still have today, Drama, Nordic Drama Pedagogical Journal. It is published by what was earlier called Landslaget Drama i Skolen. It's the National Association for Drama Teachers. And they still publish it, but have changed their name to Drama and Theater, the Association for Drama and Theater Pedagogues. So, and this association is and has always been a member association of ADEM. We publish 2 issues per year, each issue about 80 pages. It can be bought in paper format, but also accessed online. It consists of editorials, professional articles, research articles, and all the research articles are refereed. The main language is Norwegian or other Scandinavian languages, but English contributions are possible. Then the journal have features on events within the field of Norway and other Nordic horizons. We have book reviews, and the online versions, as mentioned, is of course from a more recent age, 2018, and it's published by a professional publisher. So that's more or less the content that I wanted to contribute to. In my PowerPoint that I can send over to the IDEA administrator, there are some links so that people who want to access any in more detail into something of this can of course do that and would be very welcome. And just like my good colleagues in Code Canada offered, this is a journal that, even if it's based as a Nordic journal, we do accept articles from other countries, and you can hand in articles in English, and they will be reviewed and looked at and given a yes or no for publication. Right, I think that's what I have. And if there are any questions, you can take them now or later. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Stig. Thank you very much. And it was really interesting to see the first pages of the journal from 1963. And it's also, we all have in different countries with the arguments about the terminology. So it is really nice to hear that it started with theater in schools and it's went like a word to drama. And I guess we still have the same questions and arguments in different countries still. I'm sure if it will go back to theater in schools, I don't feel that it will be something different.
I just want to add to what you just said, that a very interesting development happening in China, as many of you probably know, is that drama has now become an arts subject in the Chinese curriculum within a bigger entity called moral education. But drama is now kind of an obligatory subject, and they are going through exactly the same historical developments that we have earlier, particularly in terms of terminology. What do we call the baby?
Thank you for this information as well, Stig. And now it's we are going to Turkey, the country that I a little bit know. I'm a little bit familiar with the journal and the country. Dear Farah is going to be the presenter, and she's also the editor of our journal, actually. So the floor is yours, Farah.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Zeki. It's gonna be a bit boring. Sorry for after this kind of art, presentations, after this kind of artistic presentations, I felt that this is gonna be a bit boring. Sorry for that. Creative Drama Journal from Turkey. Our aim is, like all of us, to create a common platform for people who are interested in creative drama from theory to practice, to share their scientific thoughts and contribute to the field of the creative drama. And some basic information. Creative Drama Journal has been published by the Contemporary Drama Association since 2006. It's old, I think very old. And it's an open access journal. It's published twice in a year, every January and July. It's published in full text in Turkish and English, but don't worry, if you want to submit an article, we would like to help you to translate it in Turkish as Contemporary Drama Association. And it's a free journal and includes applied and review articles. Maybe we would like to contain another sections, but in years we are trying to do some extra sections. And scope of Creative Drama Journal, we are including this kind of topics: creative drama, or in other words, drama in education, theater in education, children's theater, game theory, improvisation, psychodrama, dance, children and youth literature, and art education. And publication policy, if I need to give some information about publication policy, Creative Drama is, as I said before, is a peer-reviewed journal. and is a free journal and no fees charged from the author. And articles sent to Creative Drama Journal mustn't have been published in any way before, except symposium proceedings. They can be accepted for publication, provided that it's stated in the footnote. And after the articles sent to journal are pre-examined by the journal in terms of form and content, the blind referee and evaluation process is initiated, and the articles are sent to 2 referees. In case of 1 rejection and 1 acceptance, the article is sent to 3rd referee. And manuscripts don't comply with the format requirements or the subject of the journal are returned to the authors by Creative Drama Journal after preliminary review without being sent to referees. And as you know, all publishing rights in written and electronic media of articles accepted and published in the journal belongs to Contemporary Drama Association. This is a kind of academic journal for Turkey, and we are using this journal, actually not we are, academics are using this journal for their promotion. So we are trying to be more academic, and we are trying to be in a part of, indexing. So this kind of rules like ethical principles are very important for all over the world, but in Turkey after 2020, we can't publish any articles, research articles, without any ethics committee permission. So if you want to submit any article or if you want to send us an article, you should be sure about does it have ethics committee permission if you are working on with people. So we are indexing by National Index, TR Index, since 2017. And our application process for Arts and Humanities Citation Index is still ongoing. So because of that, we are trying to be so academic and obeying the rules. And you can find some information here. I will show you, but before that, the article submission process is going to be like this: choosing a topic within the scope of Creative Drama Journal. It's quite wide. Collecting ethics committee permission, writing an article in accordance with the article template, and our maximum 10,000 words. And then registration by entering the journal through the Dergi Park system you're going to see in 2 minutes. Uploading copyright and similarity reports, and submitting full text of the article to the system. And now, can you see the screen? This is the system. Can you see?
We are just seeing the presentation still, PowerPoint's presentation. So I guess you have to close the presentation and share the screen again.
Just wait a minute, please.
Yes, we can see it now.
This is the screenshot, actually, not the online web page of our journal, but I'm gonna share the link on the chat box in 2 minutes. If you click on it, you're gonna see this journal's main page.
Farah, as far as I know, you have to click on the share screen button again, and you will see some different pages that you're already opened in your computer. Then you have to select or choose the thing.
Okay. Is it okay now? Yeah. Can you see now? I think you can see Creative Drama Journal. Is it?
We are still seeing your PowerPoint presentation.
Oh, sorry for that.
Maybe I will try my best to share the screen. I will try to.
Yes, or I will do now.
Yes. please.
Again. Oh, just wait. Okay, here you are. Yeah, sorry for this.
Yes, we can see it now.
Yes, this is our web page. And this is the Turkish version. Now you can see in English, yeah, version. And you can find information in these bars, and you can reach our archive. And if you want to read an article, firstly you're gonna see the Turkish version, but if you click on this PDF file, you can easily see the version of English version of the article. So in every issue, we are publishing 5 paper. Mostly 4 of them is research paper, and 1 or 2 of them is review paper. And I think that's all. If you have any question.
Thank you very much, Farah, for this lovely presentation.
Thank you.
It was really nice to see our journal on screen as well. So thank you very much.
And we would love to see your articles in our journal.
Definitely. You're all very welcome to send an article to our journal. Betty, I can see that you raised your hand. If you have any question, please go ahead.
I want to ask if all articles are in English and in Turkish.
Yes, all of them are
you translate
full text.
Mm-hmm. Right.
If you want to send us an English full text article, we will support you to translate it into Turkish.
Good.
Yes.
And when is the deadline for submissions? I would ask every speaker.
This is almost 4 months. It's taking almost 4 months for every article. This review process is taking almost 4 months.
So it's open whenever
we want.
it's
open. Yes, whenever you want, it's open.
Yeah.
You can send whenever you want.
It's it's the same for the Code magazine and for Applied Theater, I think I know. For the Code.
Well,
I just put it in the chat. It's end of December annually, but that's a flexible deadline.
Okay.
Yeah. Good to hear. Thank you very much for the question.
Thanks.
And Betty, you can go ahead. It's your turn to talk about Education Theater Journal.
Okay, I still
so
see the PowerPoint of Farah. Yes.
Yes, she stopped.
So can I do that now?
Yes, if you share the screen, it's open to share to all of you.
Right. Share screen. Share.
We can see it now.
We do? But I cannot. Oh, all right. Okay. Well, yes. Hello. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you and we can see your screen, Betty.
Good. Well, I'm Betty Giannulli from Hellenic Theatre Drama and Education Network. I am very, very glad that you call us to do these presentations. I find it a very, very good idea. You gave us the opportunity to share. And already I have a lot of ideas. The first magazine journal remind me the beginnings of network, when every project, every idea, artistic and educational together, we wanted to be written and to be published, and we still do whenever we can. It is very nice to have the praxis, and Thank you all for that. And as we are Hellenic Theatre Drama and Education Network, I hope we find ways to do networking. It is always our mission, this. Well, so I start. This is our journal, Education and Theatre, with a publisher, as I told you, our association. It is published for 24 years. About the history, some you know about network. We started in 1998. We started first people that were in education, secondary more in the beginning, and then all levels of education, artists. We became a big association that includes everybody that deals with arts and education, especially theater and performing arts in education. So when we started in 1998, in 2 years' time, we started the journal. The founding editor, maybe you know him, is Nikos Govas. And the good thing for everybody now that we are speaking is that since 2020, the journal supports full bilingual edition, Greek and English. In few words, I could say that it is a peer-reviewed journal for the promotion of research and practice of drama, theater, and other performing arts in education, formal and non-formal. It's published on an annual basis. I think it's important to say that at times we have special features on various themes, such as we have already some special editions about forum theater, special needs, anti-racism, and in general, we focus on themes that concern us, and we have projects sometimes about it. So we do that sometimes in English, always they were, because we had in 2015, 2014, some special editions. The aims have to do with communication, knowledge, and support dialogue among readers in general. You can see them here. And our aim, our groups, and our readers are teachers, academics, artists, students. I would say everybody that wants to combine theater with education in schools, out of schools, nationally, internationally. We cover all these levels, and we want to cover these levels. I could say that the journal, when it started, it was only one journal in Greece about the combination of arts and education, especially theater and education. And I dare to say that it's still, this is the case. There are several journals for pedagogical issues, of course, where sometimes they have innovative methodologies and they include arts. There are artist journals, but I believe that still there is the only one in Greece. So these are the fields of interest we have. You can see a lot of fields, covers a lot of fields. Performing arts teaching, the method and learning tool, the community theater, theater for development, theater as social intervention, theater and education project, the TIE model, the Anglo-Saxon idea of TIE, drama therapy, psychodrama, playing through theater, and every other issues about arts education are welcome. And many times we have other arts included in our journal, especially I would say movement and dance. These are the fields, not the fields, what you can submit in our journal. In the beginning, we have more innovative projects. We needed them, we share them. But as we have cited, and we started too many years ago, we have a lot of educational material in our site and a lot of publishing books, manuals from European project. So we started focus, that is the academic research articles and studies with anonymous peer review. There was a reason for that, to have this academic profile that we want to support more and more arts education in Greece. It doesn't go very well. So whatever we believe, we should make it clear through results of the research. But always we have presentations of innovative projects, summaries of doctoral dissertations, and a limited number of viewpoints, conference reports, and interviews from people that we are interested to hear their opinions. Let's say last year we have an interview to Chris Cooper about TIE and his, you know, I hope you know him. So that is some general criteria. You can find them wherever I tell you. I'm not focusing on that now, but I would say that the articles that you submit, if it is academic article, should be about 6,000 words. If it is innovative project, could be less, 3,000. If it is any other kind, with 1,000, 1,500. So we have a, you know, various, you can choose what would you like to submit. The good idea is that the good news is that since 2023, last year, that our journal is hosted now to a platform in National Documentation Center. You can see here, it also has another 74 journals, especially from academics and many others. And that is very important for us. This is the site where somebody can subscribe. And you can see that you have to subscribe in this link so you can submit an article. Here is the way you will see. This is the last issue, volume 24. And I would like to say, because sometimes people are confused when they try to submit or read our articles. Well, you see full issue Ellinika. Next to that, it says PDF. There you can see the same article or all the journal in English. So we are the same, we do the same as the Turkish partners and colleagues. We have both English, I repeat that, and Greek. So in the right side, you can see the language. Sometimes the English readers or people that want to submit articles, when they open, where you see English, it is in Greek and it says Ellinika, which means Greek. You have, where you see this English, you have to push this button to be, it is where you choose the language. That is a little problem, I think, in this National Documentation Center. Some people cannot find easily the language because it is in the middle. What we try to do through always in our journal, and especially when we decided to go to the National Documentation Center, is to have currency, visibility, accessibility, monitoring, and utilization. And what I mean, and how we try to succeed that, we cannot see the first, sorry. I want to see I cannot see the title. Anyway, it is about visibility and accessibility, the title. And what we think that supports this accessibility and visibility is the language. It is that it has, as every journal, I think, ISSN. It is that now we have DOI numbers, which was not the case always. And the way it is settled now, the journal, with the keywords, let's say theater drama, if you have in your article, it takes that separately and everybody in the world can see your article immediately with this keyword. So it's good for people that want to send their articles and share ideas internationally, I would say. Statistics also, it's very important because we can We just started this system, but we believe that we can go in international platforms, Google Scholar, ResearchGate, Academia, and others soon. It has started. About statistics and monitoring, this is an example of a graphic of how somebody can see how the article goes, how many people have read it, and also for us, for every article in the journal, 7, 10 articles sometimes, how they go, how many people they read them, who is interested in one field or the other. So statistically also we can have this. Now, submissions, we have until March 31. So it is a good, invitation for you. We would like to have your submissions. For doing that, you have, of course, to register as a user and create your profile in the platform that you see above. This international idea that we try to support through advisory committee that are academics and artists around the world. So we have, as you see, maybe some of you, know people from here, from Germany, from Canada. We have Kathleen Gallagher, Italy, UK, Brendan Bernstein, Prenke, USA, Chris Vine. So we try to keep this international view of the magazine, and advisory committee and editing committee. For issue 24, we were us, 6 persons, 5, 7. So sometimes now it's time to renew our editing committee and also our advisory committee and add some people. Here is how you will see our journal in the National Documentation Center. So we invite you to subscribe now in this site. There is something that I didn't discuss about. No, it's okay. This is it. If you want anything else to talk about, it's very welcome to answer to your questions.
Thank you very much, Betty.
Wait a minute, I have to show, these are some of our journals we have so far. This is my mail if you need something. And of course, Hellenic Theatre Drama and Education Network and our site, Theatre Edu. If you allow me, if I can show you the theatre, our site, where you can see all the journals right now. You can find them in English. But I have the problem with Farah. I have to stop it. Do I have time to show you this?
Well, you still have time because our friends from TEFL, they didn't show up yet. And I guess John, Nicholas, you will go for Drama Australia next. Betty, we still have time.
All right. So here you see our site, Theatre Edu. Wait a minute. You find some details. I come here now because you can find all of our journals here. The last journals are in English. So if you get in one, you can see everything here. You can download the issue in one PDF, or you can see every article separately. Like that. That was the old way to do it. From now on, but you can find all our journals in our site, and soon all of them will be also to the National Documentation Center There is a process to put them there, and I will show you the National Documentation Center too. Right. Here it is. No. If I give you the link, you can try to check it. And if you have any questions, you can ask me or send a message to our association and we can help you.
Thank you very much, Betty.
Okay. Yes.
Yes. And it was really nice to see the history of your journal. And
Thank
as
you.
Christine said, please put it in the chat, the links.
Yes, yes.
Please do that. And as Christine said, they are really beautiful cover art. Their covers are really nice to see that. And also, I already read some of that. It was really, it has a good quality. Thank you very much for sharing with us. And also, I just forgot, and we already talked with Ferah. The Turkish Creative Drama Journal also has giving the DOI number, actually.
Yeah.
Just to let you know. So it is really nice to see that we are on the same way.
Mm-hmm.
So we still didn't see our friends from TEFO and EDS. They just popped in.
They just joined.
But it will be much more, I guess, all right if we go ahead with John, so they can see what we are doing as well. So John, you can go ahead so we can have Iman from TEFO and he will see what we are doing. And after John, we can have Iman to explain and to promote their journal. So John,
thank you so much. Thank you.
Yours.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. And it is good morning here. It is 12:15 in the morning. So I'm a little bit weary, but this is a fabulous initiative to profile the wonderful work that's happening around the world. So thank you so much for taking this initiative idea. It's wonderful to be here. I'm John Saunders and I'm the Vice President of Drama Australia. So I'll talk about the Drama Australia journals. Can you see my presentation?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. The first journal, and thank you, Stig, for talking about the wonderful Applied Theatre Research Journal. It's an Australian journal, but it's not a Drama Australia journal, so it's wonderful that it was mentioned. NJ is our Drama Australia academic journal. It's a high quality academic double-blind peer-reviewed journal for drama education, drama and applied theatre, and it's managed by Drama Australia, but it very much has an international readership and very much has an international editorial board and contributions and articles from around the world, and many of you have published in that journal as well. The journal started the same year that Drama Australia started in 1976 and has been published in various forms since then. We're in the process of making all of the back catalogue right back to 1976 available, and actually some of that is thanks to Stig, who has found some of our lost editions that have been lost in a flood. So we're thrilled to have those coming from the other side of the world for us to scan. So thank you, Stig. We have wonderful articles, and it's now all open access. So about the last 10 years, we published through Taylor and Francis, and we've recently moved to Scholastica so that the journal can be freely available to everyone around the world. Drama Australia felt that that was really important, and it really is hopefully our gift to the international drama education community. There are fabulous articles from wonderful leaders in our field, including Monica Pendergast from Canada, Peter O'Connor from New Zealand, Juliana Saxton from Canada, Stig. We have Cecily O'Neill, Joe Winston from Warwick University, etc., etc. So it really is quite an extraordinary publication. And it's edited by Professor Julie Dunn of Griffith University, who many of you will know as well. I'll share the link in the chat, but the journal is now on the special website through Scholastica HQ. The second publication that we have is the Australian Drama Education magazine. This is a practice-based journal rather than an academic journal. It involves lesson plans, units of work, process dramas, interviews, provocations, reviews, etc. For primary, secondary, tertiary community educators. So very much for teachers in classrooms and very much by teachers in classrooms. It has a distinctly Australian feel to it, but we certainly welcome submissions internationally, and we regularly have submissions from our region, particularly from New Zealand as well. This is an annual publication. It's and it is available on our website, freely available on our website. And our 2023 edition just came out a month ago. The third area of publications are our monograph series. These are research-based monographs by leaders in the field. Unfortunately, these aren't freely available. They're about £10, 10 UK pounds per monograph, but you can see there we have quite a collection of Australian and international authors with academics from the University of Melbourne with their Holy Alice is not a building, Alice Hoy is not a building, rather, looking at ethnographic performance about women in academia. We have Tim Prentke from the UK on banking on education, Robin Ewing from Australia looking at drama-rich pedagogy and becoming deeply literate, Monica Pendergast from Canada, Staging the Not Yet, How Dramatic Ensemble Creates Utopian Spaces. So a whole range, and they're sort of a small book, very digestible and readable as well. So I'll put those links in our website, but that's what Drama Australia are offering at the moment. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, John. It was really quick, and it was really, everything was clear. So I can see that you were really ready to present it. Thank you very much again for the presentation. And it is really nice to see that from different parts of the world, really we are trying to do something about drama, theater, and dance, definitely. And now we are, and it was really nice. All the presenters already did their presentations. Thank you very much for this lovely information. And as I said before, it was an event for IDEA to see what's going on in all over the world about drama, theater, dance journals, about art journals actually. And we all know that it's a tough and difficult work. And we have to give support to each other. That was the reason why we actually did this event, because we are trying to do something about drama, theater in all over the world. And I know that it's not really easy to run a journal or to do something about a journal, because there are lots of work on behind in the kitchen, let's say. So we have to give our support to each other. So our next task, in my opinion, is to write an article and to send to different journals that we already heard something about it today. So it's the end of the presentations, but you are all very welcome to ask questions to each other, or if you have any comments, the floor is yours. Yes, Beth, please go ahead.
Thank you so much, everybody, for sharing so generously and so thoroughly we're going to put this information together and we'll make sure that it's available on the website. I also feel like this is such an accomplishment, but it's also a beginning. So if you know of other journals, like particularly I'm looking at representation from the global South, from Africa and from Latin and South America, like please, you know, sometimes we all have different views and labels of things, but we want to be as expansive as possible in sharing these opportunities, both for publication in journals as they are, and for opportunities for all of us to connect with one another, journal to journal, person to person. And if you have any ideas that can help that, I think that that is one of the gifts of IDEA, that we are our members. And so please share generously and don't hesitate. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Beth, for your comment and for your invitation, let's say. As you said, it's really important to see the other journals as possible as we can. And also thank you very much, Dunya. It was, the big effort was from you, actually. All this thing and planning and to write the emails, the presenters. Thank you very much, Dunya. Really, thank you very much. And also Dunya wrote a message which is really important in my opinion. If you want us to share your presentations, please send it to Dunya, to the email address that she already put in the chat. If you send it, then we can also share it with our members all over the world. You know her email address, but if you don't know, just in case, you can see it from the chat. And if you have any comments or if you have any questions, you are all very welcome. But we really used our time really in shape, let's say. So it was really nice to hear all of you. And as Beth said, it's just the beginning. We are trying to do these gatherings in different teams. So the next team will be the international congresses. If you are preparing or if you are planning international congresses, you are also very welcome to show up in our next meeting. Of course, the time is not set yet, but we will share the poster when we are ready. And if you know any country or any friends that they are also planning or doing international congresses, please let them know from now, so we will see each other in next one. And thank you very much for all of your comments. It was really nice to hear and to read your comments also.
Thank you, Zeki, for sharing.
Thank you very much, Steve. Thank you very much for all of you for sharing with us. So,
thank you.
Have a nice Saturday or Sunday. Thanks. In some parts, I guess.
Inspiring.
Definitely inspiring. Take care.
Thank you, Zeki.
Thank
you very much.
Thank you. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Thank you.